watching. You are watching.
You're watching. You guys are watching. You're watching.
Watching Soulful Discussion.
So hi, how you doing today?
Good, and yourself?
Doing great. I'm doing great. So how did our paths just cross right now? How did we meet?
I was roller skating and you just came across us.
Absolutely, absolutely. And then what did I approach you about? What are we going to discuss?
Mental health, feet, and I forgot what else.
Reflexology?
Reflexology.
Absolutely, absolutely. And what is, like, in terms of mental health, are there any topics you research, you discovered, you know about, anything like that?
I guess mental illnesses.
Okay.
Yeah.
In terms of, like, are you talking about, like, depression,
yeah,
things like that?
depression, anxiety,
okay.
stuff like that.
Cool. So, like, actually, the topic we're going to discuss today in terms of mental health centers around that. So there might be some helpful information I can give you in regards to that.
Okay.
In terms of reflexology, have you ever heard of it?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, cool. So there'll be some more information I can give you in terms of that, and hopefully it'll be helpful for you. Cool?
Okay, yeah.
So let's start with the first question. What's something that you like that other people might find to be weird? And I'm using weird for a reason. It doesn't have to be weird, but just something you like that other people might look at like, oh, that's kind of odd or whatever. Would it help if I gave you an example?
Yeah.
So, like, I watch anime, and so as an adult, a lot of people might find that to be weird. Like, oh, this guy watches anime.
Adult?
So, yeah. So, something like, maybe like that?
I'm not sure.
Okay. I've gotten other people who say, like, collecting coins, scrapbooking, stuff like that.
I don't know. I will have to think. I'm not sure.
You want to come back around to that question?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Has anybody ever made you feel insecure about your body or a body part in general?
I guess when I was like in elementary.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was it? What would they make you feel insecure about?
My complexion.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And is that something that you still deal with, or are you already past that?
I already passed that. Yeah.
How did you get past it?
I guess reading about stuff like that, like becoming aware of who you are and your self-esteem.
Absolutely.
And accepting yourself.
Accepting yourself. Yeah. Absolutely. That's good. That's good. If there was one thing you could change about yourself, right? Doesn't have to be physical, but if anything you could change, what would it be?
I guess my communication skills.
Okay.
When I'm angry.
You said when you're angry?
Yeah, when I'm angry.
So, are you not good at communicating when you're angry?
I'm working on it.
Okay.
I think I've gotten better, but no, I'm not that good.
Okay,
yeah.
okay. And in terms of your feet, what are your thoughts about your feet? How do you feel about it?
My feet?
Yeah.
I like my feet.
Okay. In terms of compliments, have you ever gotten any compliments about your feet before?
Yeah.
Men, women?
Women.
Women? Okay. How would you feel if you got a compliment from a man about that?
I don't know, honestly.
You don't know? No. You know, like, just
well,
be
if
honest.
It's a stranger, I don't know.
Okay. So I'm saying, would you
like
feel...
from my boyfriend?
I'm saying, would you feel, like, weird about it? Would you feel, like, kind of caught off guard?
Caught off guard,
so you'd feel
but I wouldn't
guard.
feel weird, too weird, unless it was just a compliment, you know?
Okay.
Other than that, then I would feel weird.
Okay, yeah. I see what you're saying. In terms of compliments that you get from men and women, is there a difference in how you feel about it? Like,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the difference? What do you feel?
The difference is when some man compliments me, or like a guy, like after that, like if they're trying to keep like the communication. I mean, like like if they're trying to like keep talking or like
So they want something in return.
Yeah.
That's why they're giving you the compliment.
Yeah.
And then for women,
women it's like they're being friendly, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? It's funny because I keep getting that from every woman that I interview so far.
Yeah?
They keep saying it, and I'm just like, it makes me shake my head because I'm like, it's sad, but
yeah,
we got to work on it. In terms of like, if you started dating a guy who was into feet, how would you feel about that? What would your thoughts be? Would you be okay with it, or would it be something like you're like, nah?
I don't know. I think I would find it weird at first.
Okay.
Because that's something new to me. Like I don't know.
Yeah. You've never dealt with it before.
Yeah, I've never dealt with it
Absolutely.
before. But I don't know.
Okay. So it would be something that you wouldn't be able to know until you actually experienced it. Like, okay.
Yeah.
In terms of when you start dating someone, right? When's the appropriate time for you to bring up things you're into and for them to bring up things they're into?
Once it's pretty serious.
Okay. So it's not early on. You feel like once you're starting to become like you become official, basically.
Yeah.
Really? Okay. I think.
Or like right before it. You know?
Oh, so when you're dating then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in between dating. Okay. Sweet. Okay. How often do you get pedicures?
I do my own toes.
Okay.
Yeah. Probably like every 3 weeks.
Every 3 weeks? Okay. How often do you wear like open toe shoes, sandals, flip flops, things like that?
Pretty often.
Pretty often?
Yeah.
How often do you go barefoot?
Not really.
Not
Unless
really?
I'm at a beach or something. Like
So like a
rarely.
beach, or if you're at the park and you want
Yeah.
roller skate, maybe if you're just relaxing, maybe in that situation?
Yeah.
Okay.
Rarely.
Okay, cool. All right, and so now, can we see what your feet look like up close?
No.
Okay, why not? Tell me.
Because my nails are not painted.
So are you self-conscious because it's going on YouTube and then you feel like my toes are not painted?
Yeah.
Okay, let me share the mental health aspect with you and then see how you feel, okay?
Yeah.
Cool, I'm gonna sit here and then face me this way.
Okay.
So, I got this idea, like I said, I was during quarantine, I was watching another guy's channel and he was approaching women in the same way. I modeled my channel after his, but mine is slightly different, okay? So he kept mentioning something called DBT when he was talking to the women. Have you ever heard of that before?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, it's dialectical behavioral therapy. Okay, it's for people who suffer from anxiety, depression. It's people who fail to live in the moment. Like they tend to like overthink things. Yeah, so they get that. Like let's say they're presented with a situation, they start thinking about all the negative things instead of thinking about positive. So even like when I first approached you guys, so you guys were like, well, I don't know. You know, you were like uncertain. Like those are people like who like suffer from that. They usually deal with that. So what they try to teach these people is to put yourself in that uncomfortable situation. So let's say you have a fear of approaching strangers. They want you to go out and do it over and over again, right? They want you to get used to feeling uncomfortable. And so every time you feel that, they want you to cope with it and then ask yourself in that situation, like, what's the worst that's going to happen in this situation? Like, think about the absolute worst thing, and if there's not a threat to your life or your safety, you should proceed because you can experience like a good event. So in terms of this, like, I'm challenging you like to see like, can you come out of it? You know your toes are not painted. It may not, might not feel your best, but can you still be comfortable enough to be like, hey, you know, what's the worst that's gonna happen in that situation? What are your thoughts about that?
I don't know. I still don't know.
You don't know?
No. How about my toes being on camera? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What about if we did one foot, just to see like maybe that comfort level is a lot better than doing both?
I don't think so.
No. Okay. So
maybe if they were painted, but no, I don't know.
Okay. So and this is all designed, so I'm trying to see like how comfortable you can be while I'm asking that question. But if you're not comfortable, I don't want to keep pushing you to that. Okay. So let's talk about the reflexology now. Okay. Reflexology is the study of the different pressure points we have in our hands and feet. You have like a ton of like nerve endings and pressure points that are attached to these areas. Okay. These areas are called zones. And basically through massage, acupuncture, things like that, you can alleviate stress and tension to different parts of your body. Did you know about that? Or
I think I've heard about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And so what are your thoughts about it? Are you cool with that, or?
I think I will have to look more into it to actually understand or like know what it's about.
So like let's say, I don't know, do you deal with migraines or anything, headaches,
I don't.
anything like that? Do you ever have any pain from like working out or something like that?
No.
Okay.
I don't.
What about sometimes trouble sleeping?
Yeah, sometimes.
Okay. So there's a portion of your foot you can massage and it promotes good sleep.
To help you sleep?
So this is all about reflexology. Grounding, I don't know if you've ever heard that, grounding and earthing. It's for people who like to be like, it's like people who like to be barefoot and like feel like
grass
the earth.
And all.
Yeah, exactly.
I think I've read about that too.
So that's all around reflexology because it's all about like you feeling that energy going through those different points that I'm talking about, and it like extends to the rest of your body.
Yeah.
So yeah. What are your thoughts about that? Would you ever try that if you like saw a specialist or something like that?
I think I would.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds interesting.
Cool.
I like at a park or at a beach. I don't know.
Yeah. Cool. All right, so let's wrap up the interview.
Okay.
In terms of my approach to you, was it good? Was it bad? What were your thoughts?
I think it was good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. In terms of the interview from start to finish, right? Could you see how everything was going along? Did it make sense?
Yeah,
did you learn anything new?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, what'd you learn?
Well, we were talking about what was it?
Was it DBT or are you talking about the
DBT.
reflexology? Okay.
Well, both of them actually, yeah, because I had read about it, but like I wasn't too familiar with it.
Okay,
yeah.
so it was more extensive, like the information I
a little bit
provided
more.
you. Okay,
yeah.
Cool. And so the last thing I ask everyone who does the interview, from a mental health standpoint, a lesson that you may have learned in life that you can pass on to like the people who watch my channel, like something you learned.
What you had mentioned too about like, you know, a stranger approaching you and you being feeling uncomfortable, like getting out of your zone. You know, sometimes try it.
Okay, so you feel like people should try to like get out of their comfort zone. Okay, cool. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you stopping. I know that it's not easy to do this. trust and believe. From my aspect too, this is not an easy thing to do.
Yeah,
So these are
reaching out,
questions that are like, for a lot of people, it's odd. So
yeah.
I do appreciate you stopping and spending the time with me.
No
Okay.
problem.
All right. Have a great one. Okay.
You too. Thank you.